Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This video is for educational purposes only, and nothing that I share is financial advice. If you are interested in joining any of the platforms that I share in this video or on this channel, you can find the sign-up links in the video description and comment section. If for some reason the links are unclickable, please go to my YouTube homepage description and click the link for my link tree. From there, you will see several of the platforms that I talk about on this channel. Click any of the options that you're interested in to go directly to sign up. Please like and subscribe if you like the content on this channel and would like to see more. Thank you and enjoy the video.
I've been getting that guac, dough, cheddar cheese, money stack, that cream cash, all I got is fat racks. Talking about the chips, dollar bills, yeah, I stash that. All about the Benjamins, give me that cash, 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 cash. Give me that cash, 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 cash. You know that I'm all about the money. I've been getting that guac, 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 guac. All I got is fat racks, 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 racks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, To Your Legacy is exactly right. My name is Derek Brown, and tonight I have the distinct pleasure to share with you all what we know is the future of digital finance, and that is Metaterra and Bellator. So you want to make sure that you hang on to your seats. Make sure you're in an area that's quiet where you won't be distracted. So as we go through this information, you'll be able to absorb it 110%. Now, I want to welcome everyone. I want to give an extra special welcome to our first-time viewers. Again, you are definitely in for a special treat. So one of the things I want to let you know about Metaterra and Bellator is we dot all our I's and cross all our T's. So the very first thing I'm going to do is play this disclaimer. You can take screenshots, but be sure to pay close attention, and we'll be getting started immediately following this disclaimer. Here we go.
The information provided does not constitute financial advice, investment recommendations, or an endorsement of any investment strategy. Investment involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct thorough research and seek the advice of a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. Any reliance on the information provided is at your own risk. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information and disclaim any liability for any direct or consequential loss arising from any use of this content. Remember that all investments carry risk, and you should be aware of your risk tolerance and financial situation before making investment decisions. This presentation includes general information only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a qualified financial professional before making any investment decisions. The following content is protected under copyright law. Please respect these terms to ensure compliance.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited this evening. I'm about to explode. We are in the midst of a blitz, a 10-day blitz, and we're 6 days into that 10-day blitz, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. We've been sharing a new product, which I'm here to also share with you tonight. Now, again, before we get started, my name is Derek Brown. I'm a top producer with Metaterra and Bellator. And ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that the reason why I'm qualified to share this information with you tonight, while I'm not a financial advisor, I don't give financial advice. I simply show people how to use common sense and potentially change your address or zip code based on how you apply the information that you're about to receive. And that's Derek Brown 101, okay? So with that being said, one of the things I want to ask up front is we're already over 100 people. It's going to continue to climb. And I'm going to ask that we all do one thing, that we all take our egos and sit them aside just for a moment. Because trust me, number one, is going to be there waiting for you when we're done. But not only do I want us to take our egos off and sit it to the side, as my glasses represented, but I got to put those back on. I also want to make sure that we now put on our business hats, because the only thing that's going to allow you to miss what you're about to see is the ego. Now, the other thing is if you've never seen a full presentation on Metaterra and Bellator, then I can assure you, almost guarantee you, that you have never seen what you're about to witness. Okay? So we're going to start off tonight with 3 questions. What if you could participate in the largest industry on the planet, bar none? In addition to that, what if you could generate a passive income stream that would outlive your grandchildren? See, most people don't understand that you can't think from that perspective only because you're trading hours for dollars and you can't leave your job as an inheritance to your grandchildren, right? So, with that being said, I'm not a scholar in this area at all, but I heard there's a pretty good book out there that says a good man or woman leaves a what? Inheritance for their children's children. You know what that means? That means our children are automatically fine because they're in our, immediate sphere. But we're supposed to literally be making enough, earning enough, right? Where we can lay up and store an inheritance for our unborn or our born grandchildren. That's a heck of a way to think. Wouldn't you like to actually live from that perspective? Well, last question is, what if you could what if you could purchase a product that would allow you to manifest question 1 and 2, right? Especially 2. If you could purchase a product one time and get paid for life. No auto shifts, no, going in at 3 in the morning and hitting a button and making sure it's running. No. Purchase it one time, hands off, and get paid for life. What would you do? Would you take action or would you procrastinate like most of us did the first time we heard about Amazon, Bitcoin, Tesla, etc.? What did most of us do? And I'm right there with you in the same boat. We watch people create massive stories. We watched people become multi-millionaires, obtaining their financial freedom, getting their time freedom as well. And then maybe we got an interest, right? Well, the reason why I state this up front is because I want to make sure, regardless of, your job, whatever's going on in your family, whatever things you may be dealing with right now, you want to make sure that you have eyes to see and ears to hear and be able to recognize when you've been blessed to have a unicorn present itself to you once again, because we've had it happen several times. Tonight, you need to be able to recognize a diamond in the rough. Help us dig it up. Help us chisel off the coal and then cut it, polish it. And by the time the world sees it shine and they're running to it, you and I are already on our own islands chilling somewhere. But you have to have eyes to see and ears to hear to be able to do that. All right, so I want us to be clear this evening. So what you're about to witness is the convergence of 2 worlds, literally. The real world and the digital economy is being converged and is being done through the Miracle Bridge, which is Miracle Cash and more. Here's the exciting part. It's being done in the proper perspective, meaning governance, which is regulated oversight through technology. The best technological advancement or invention since you and I have been walking the earth, which is the blockchain. Fully immutable, fully transparent and safe, can't be cheated or hacked. Then the community is a people-powered growth system, being you and I. You're also going to see where it benefits billions of people around the world too. So then there is a utility, and there's a term that you want to familiarize yourself with called RWA. Real world assets is the utility that's allowing and helping this convergence of these 2 worlds to take place. Well, just as you see this city growing from the ground up, you need to understand what's the foundation behind this awesome occurrence that's taking place with the convergence of these 2 worlds. Well, that is our corporate structure, our corporate covering called Metaterra Holdings. It is the foundation that's allowing us to accomplish this awesome feat that you're about to witness. Here's the powerful thing about Metaterra Holdings is we are moving beyond unregulated crypto projects. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, gone are the days of these entities that's given our industry a black eye, rug pulls, grand opening, grand closings. People telling you you can put $500 or $1,000 into a bot that's going to pay you 1 to 2% a day. It's going to compound, and in 90 days, you'll be a millionaire. No, in 90 days, the company won't be around anymore. We can talk offline, and I'll let you know how I know that statistically they don't last. So we're done with unregulated crypto projects because Metaterra has leveled the playing field and they're building a foundation that's going to outlive you and I, our children, and even our grandchildren. Are you kidding me? So understand, we're built on a foundation of corporate accountability. Ladies and gentlemen, we're a publicly traded, NASDAQ listed company providing full accountability, corporate governance, strategic oversight, and transparency. Well, now you're asking maybe, well, who's behind this phenomenal ecosystem? I'm so glad you asked because we have a world class leadership from an executive perspective and an advisory perspective. You see, it's very, very important that you know who's behind this ecosystem. First and foremost, we have our fearless leader and CEO and the brainchild of this phenomenal ecosystem, Mr. Hakan Toran. Well, he's put together a world-class executive team. We have Mr. Koch, who's the head of EU, Mr. Bachi, who's the head of legal, and Mr. Yilmaz, who's the head of finance. Now, in addition to having a world-class executive team, we have a world-class advisory board as well. The gentleman that's spearheading our advisory board, our chairman of our board, is a Wall Street veteran named Douglas Anderson. And what Mr. Anderson has done is he has bought along the super friends. First and foremost, Mr. Anderson is the current founder and CEO of Wall Street Capital. He's not some retired old school Wall Street veteran who we went and dug up, propped him up, and took some pictures of him and said he's the director, chairman of our board. No, this man is in the field. He's traveling the globe now on behalf of Metaterra, right? So what he's done is he's brought along the super friends, I call them. Number one, Mr. Stephen Moore. I'm just going to highlight a few for sake of time, because again, it's very important for you to know who's behind this ecosystem. So Stephen Moore, ladies and gentlemen, is a globally recognized economist. As a matter of fact, he just advised our current administration here in the US to the level and the point where he was offered the opportunity to be chairman of the Federal Reserve. He respectfully declined that assignment, said he wanted to remain in the private sector. Do you know what a hint, hint, clue, clue is? You know, in the movie where the guy pops up and he says, message, because he's letting you know that was an opportunity for you to receive the message or the hint, hint that was being stated. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Moore said no to the opportunity to be chairman of the Federal Reserve, president of the Federal Reserve here in the United States. He said no, but said yes to being a board member of Metaterra. Hint, hint, clue, clue. Mr. John Baer. Mr. Baer is an international business leader. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Baer is the reason why Google is able to operate from a technological level that it does. Mr. John Baer is the reason why Netflix is able to stream. Mr. John Baer, ladies and gentlemen, owned a company called Cellular One. I'm telling my age because those of you that remember are probably near my age. But what he did was he sold it to AT&T, ladies and gentlemen. And now John Baer is the reason why you and I, some of you are reviewing me right now on your cell phone. Do your due diligence. Not Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was a phenomenal marketer, but John Baer is the reason why we have cell phones today, and he is a board member with Metaterra. Last but not least, for sake of time, Mr. Stephen Norris. Mr. Norris was the main legal counsel and a co-founder of the Marriott Group. Mr. Norris is a co-founder of the Carlyle Group, a $477 billion fund. Mr. Norris is the reason why AT&T is, I'm sorry, not AT&T, I'm sorry, Amazon. I got AT&T on the brain. Amazon. Mr. Norris is the reason why they're at the level they're at today. That's right. And he's a top advisor to the kings in Saudi Arabia, and he's a board member with Metaterra. Absolutely mind-blowing. If we have time, I'll share with you a website that'll make that super clear for you as well. So what I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sharing this ecosystem with you today, I need you to know that what you're witnessing, again, has never been done. We are spearheading what you're seeing. So you see that fat head guy on your screen right now? That's my twin brother. That I actually age in reverse. I didn't have hair then and no beard. Now I'm growing hair. No, just kidding. But in any event, I want you to understand that I'm covering 4 companies within our ecosystem. So the first I want to touch on is our Miracle Pay, which has been put in place by Miracle Cash and More. So we have several ecosystems, 4 companies, I'm sorry, 4 companies under one ecosystem. We actually have several more than that. I'm just going to touch on 4 today. So what I want you to understand is Miracle Pay was built around real utility, right? No hype, no promises, real world infrastructure connecting digital assets to everyday company. Well, Derek, what do you mean by that? Well, check this out. We have global adoption that's taking place as I speak, secure transactions, crypto integration, business growth, and everyday utility. Utility drives adoption. Adoption drives expansion, and expansion builds legacy. So what you're witnessing now is a technology called Miracle Pay that Miracle Cash and More, which is one of our companies, has created to allow businesses around the world to be able to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not. This is what you must understand tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we have on our business/common sense hats. There are trillions in cryptocurrency, but most people still can't spend it naturally without being charged up the wazoo by these cards that charge you to load it and charge you when you use it. Are you kidding me? 2.7 trillion and growing. So the digital wealth is here. Several of you listen to me now have cryptocurrency, right? You probably have a lot of it. You've acquired it through some of these companies or what have you. But remember, the days are done with those companies that have given our industry a black eye. But the point is you got cryptocurrency, right? So it's growing every day. More adoption than ever, limitless global opportunity. But here's the gap. Again, people don't know how to spend it naturally. Real world friction, limited merchant acceptance, complicated user experience, high fees and conversion costs, and crypto is not yet a part of daily life until now. Adoption doesn't scale until usability does. Think about that. The world needs what? Infrastructure. Well, understand that you can now acquire something called a node, which helps power and expand our ecosystem, but by acquiring that node. So 2 things Miracle Pay has done. They created the technology that allows these businesses around the world to be able to accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment without having to become a crypto expert. You need to understand this. We're the only entity in the world that has what's called a banking switch outside of the central banks. We've completed a task that no one's able to be complete other than the central banks, which is still tied to the centralized system, so that's still slow. Our switch is tied to the decentralized system, so it's super fast, allows businesses to be able to set cryptocurrency. We already have the 4 largest terminal or POS device companies in the world already contracted. So what that means is the majority of the systems in the world that you tap, swipe, and insert your card in, listen to me close. I'm giving you a 30,000 foot image. Whenever you buy your gas, get your dry cleans, buy your Starbucks coffee, chances are, if you look at that terminal, it's going to say Ingenico, Pax, NCR, or Verifone. We already have all 4 of them contracted. Are you kidding me? Technology is already created. Now you can acquire a node. The node does what? It validates transactions on our blockchain network, and it's like you acquiring a toll booth for your family to get in the way of validating millions of dollars of transactions. See, understand we're on the right side of money. You don't have to, I don't have to teach you how to stop and pay for your gas. You just need to know that you can now do it with cryptocurrency. I don't have to teach you how to go pick up your dry cleaning on your way home from work. You just need to know that you can now use your cryptocurrency to do so. Are you with me? So by you acquiring this technology called a node, now you and I are part of that multi-billion, trillion-dollar industry of transactions. Now I see why Visa, MasterCard, and American Express and all the other companies, why they're literally global behemoths. The difference is with Miracle Pay only charges these businesses a flat 2%, where Amex, Discover, Visa, MasterCard charges 4, 5, 6% plus a 10-cent transaction fee. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the right side of money, the transactional side. Billions and billions of dollars a day being transacted through general commerce from you and I. And now, instead of just being a consumer, we have an opportunity to acquire technology through Miracle Cash and more that allows us to participate in the global expansion of this arena. Absolutely mind blowing. We have a lot more details we can give you on that. Don't worry about it. Just understand you want to get in where you fit in. Tonight, I want to let you guys know that infrastructure ownership changes everything. So there's a massive psychological difference between using the infrastructure, what you've been doing all your life, swiping your card, tapping your iPhone, right? Using Apple Pay. Huge psychological difference between using that infrastructure and participating in its expansion. So you don't just use the system, you become a part of its future through Miracle Pay, Miracle Cash, and more. So what if existing merchant systems could simply upgrade? See, before traditional payments are limited, slow, expensive, right? Slow settlements, high fees, limited access. But a simple upgrade is going to make a global massive impact because now all of these systems are crypto enabled. Our technology is already embedded in the systems already, which makes it fast, seamless, and borderless. Instant settlements, meaning when you go to swipe your card to, buy some tickets for the movies, crypto is volatile, but it's an instant settlement. The business owner that accepted your payment doesn't have to worry about it being volatile because the cost is locked in and the crypto is automatically converted to fiat and deposited into your bank. Are you kidding me? Lower fees and global access, upgrade the system, and we're unlocking the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I could do a drum roll with my mouth or something right now because I'm switching gears. Remember, I showed you 4 companies under one ecosystem. Now I'm letting you know about something that is about to change the way business is being done in the world. It is the next credit revolution, and it's right here, right now. See, understand this. So I'm switching gears, right? I'm going to our next company, which is actually called Score. So for decades, lenders made billions extending consumer credit to the bank. Now the game changes for the unbanked market. So we're talking about consumer credit. Ladies and gentlemen, credit is a global money machine. Yes, cell phone finance and retail credit, electronics. But here's the deal, though. They generate billions globally through recurring billing relationships. Let me give you the easiest example that all of you are consumers within the consumer credit realm right now. 99.9% of you that have a phone. I'm not going to get into the Apple Android debate. Whichever one you have, you walked in or you ordered it online and you walked out with your phone and you didn't pay a dime. You know why? Because you accepted on your bill, they just added an additional small amount monthly for you to cover the payment for the ownership of your phone within 12 to 24 months. And it lets you know you're on the phone. You didn't drop $1,500 to $1,200 on that phone. You walked out with no money. That's called consumer credit. Same thing if you want to get a washer and dryer, refrigerator. Same thing when you go on Best Buys, you need a laptop 911. You didn't drop a dime. You just filled out a form. It's called consumer credit. Mobile financing, retail credit, BNPL systems. It's a global impact of billions in volume, connected markets, and it's unlimited potential now for you and I because billions are locked out. Listen to me closely. The traditional systems require bank accounts, documented history, and legacy financial identity, right? So billions of them remain excluded. People around the world, no bank account. They don't have any credit history. So they have no legacy identity, which means they don't get access. Now, that's 1.4 billion adults. Remember, you got on your business hat. You're kind of seeing where I'm going. 1.4 million adults around the world are locked out. They're unbanked. They're limited by geography, which allows them, maybe some people right here in the US, some of them are limited by geography. They're so in such rural areas. And then individuals or areas like third world countries and so on, limited by geography. So they don't have any digital financial identity. No access means no credit opportunities. But what if credit identity became global? See, Experian, what are the other two here in the US? Experian, and you know what I'm talking about. That's just the States. But we're talking about billions of people globally. So here's the deal. Pay attention. Your aha moment is coming. What if credit identity became global? A portable digital financial identity uniting opportunity beyond geography and traditional banking rails. So now there's a global identity credit. So it's portable. It's your identity anytime, anywhere. It's secure because it's blockchain or Web3 verified. So you're protected. And it's inclusive, built for the unbanked around the world. And it's limitless. One identity, infinite opportunity. So we're adding a new empire. Ladies and gentlemen, we're adding a new empire, entirely new market. I didn't mean to say empire. I got empire on my mind, right? We're adding a new market. So for the first time, the unbanked are not being included in the old system. They're being added to a new one. A multi-trillion-dollar opportunity is now unlocked. Billions are being added, which is giving us global expansion, huge market growth, and it's a new standard that's being created by this hybrid credit economy where we're merging two worlds together, right? Web 2 infrastructure, where you have your typical credit score is being merged with Web 3 transparency, where it's open, transparent, and variable by design. Two worlds, one system, unlimited potential. So I want to introduce to you. Remember, I told you we have an ecosystem with several products. I want to introduce our consumer credit product called Score ID. And it's for everybody, but it's also going to allow the unbanked to become bankable. Design to onboard the financially excluded into a new digital credit system. And it gives access, digital empowerment, and it is causing a global impact. So here's your aha moment with this product. Understand, what if everyday people could own a piece of these multi-billion-dollar opportunities that's being put in place of those financial rails? What if you and I could own a piece of the rails instead of being not victims, consumers of digital or consumer credit, rather, consumer credit. Instead of always being consumers, what if we could own a piece of the backside of the business? Digital ownership models create access to the ecosystem, participation, and infrastructure alignment. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in history, the unbanked can now participate in a modern digital credit ecosystem powered by this hybrid finance. What I want to do now is I want to show you a quick clip that's going to kind of break down Score ID to you. Then I'm going to give you some more facts on that. Because I also just remembered, I wanted to show you some numbers before I show you the video on our new hybrid credit system that's helping us bank the unbanked around the world. Let me give you an idea. Do you remember when I said we have the technology that's allowing, where's those numbers at? That's allowing individuals around the world, businesses, to be able to now accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment. And you have an opportunity now, like right now, to acquire technology to start paying you within the next 24 hours, every single day for life. You buy it one time, it pays you for life. Let me give you an idea of the scale of businesses that are coming on board. And the names are being left out for a reason, but understand you can have figured out. A global travel aggregator. Global travel aggregator. They have 1.2 billion rooms. So it's a massive savings potential cross-border payment. Europe's largest low-cost airline. It's the fifth largest airline in the world. Already contracted with us. 206 million passengers. massive volume and a high frequency, low cost travel. They actually use our technology to accept crypto as a form of payment. And you're now in position to receive a part of that payment because all of those transactions have to be validated. So you understand cryptocurrency can't be bought, sold, moved, or used without being validated. And when you acquire a node, that node is like a toll booth. It says, oh, hold on, we got to validate this transaction. And before that cryptocurrency moves, it has to drop a little something off at your toll booth, then it can go on. Are you kidding me? 206 million passengers. European airline group, 76 million. Can you see the millions of transactions that are going to be happening? Let me show you the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, global e-commerce, the absolute ceiling of e-commerce, meaning the biggest. 310 million active customers. Millions of transactions a day just from this one client. Look at this. Global streaming leader, 325 million paid subscribers. I told you the names are being left out for a reason. A gaming platform, 147 million monthly active users. Are you kidding me? We have a digital payment system. One has 5 million active businesses, and the other one has 4 million point of sales devices, right? I explained those to you. The POS devices, where you tap, swipe, insert your card, and then put your 4-digit PIN in. Ladies and gentlemen, are you kidding me? Another large POS, a point of sales provider that we already have contracted. The fastest growing physical engine of global internet commerce. So the online section is locked. And then we have, look, the physical terminals in North America already locked. Are you kidding? It's a wrap. You want to acquire a node like soon as we're done. Get back to the person that invited you and get a node. But this is the type of level of companies that are already contracted and being contracted as I speak that are now accepting cryptocurrency as a form of payment via Miracle Cash and more. So understand the gentleman that's behind our Score ID platform that we own is a gentleman named Paul Randall. This gentleman is called the Michael Jordan of the credit arena. Ladies and gentlemen, he owned Credit Info. A lot of you guys heard of Credit Info. He was the CEO of Credit Info and founder. He was also a high-level executive with experience. Now he is running, and we have some other awesome executives that are a part of Score ID. So for the first time in history, the unbanked can now participate in the modern digital credit ecosystem. This is what I need you to understand. You and I now have access because Score ID is going to have a token attached to it called the Score token, which gives us access. And I'm going to share another product with you in just a second that ties this all together. But what I want you to understand, it positions inside the ecosystem through Score token, you and I can, and align with the future of global blended finance. So we have secure access, alignment with the future, participation in this growing ecosystem through these Score tokens, which give us unlimited global growth potential. Remember, we're talking about consumer credit, okay? There's a 10-day window. There's a reason why I show you this now, because we're in the midst of that 10-day window that's going to allow you and I to capture the lowest positioning window before the broader market expansion and awareness takes place. That's a fancy way of saying they're allowing us to share with you before they unleash it on the world. Remember, in business, timing is everything. So what I want to do before I get too deep into breaking this down, I have to show you what's also tying this together. Pay close attention. Let's see, did I put this here, there? Here we go. So understand, we also acquired our own AI company. Now, this is all going to tie together. Flow with me. The AI expansion is exploding, period. We now have, under our ecosystem, Intelligentsia AI. Now, I'm going to go through this real quick, because if you don't know, AI is not the future. It's happening right now. a $1 to $2 trillion opportunity in the AI space. 80%, listen close, of businesses worldwide are actively adopting or exploring AI. AI is expected to become the number one driver of global productivity and revenue growth on the planet. Are you kidding me? So here's the operational shift that's taking place. See, traditional businesses have a marketing department, and then on another floor of the building, they have a sales team. And then they might have customer support in another country. Well, the AI model allows automated scaling. So now customer support is AI agents, sales teams is AI automation, the marketing is AI driven personalization. Bottom line is businesses that adopt AI win faster, scale faster, and operate cheaper. Now, are we expecting you all to go out here and talk to, because we're talking commercial grade businesses? No, all that's being done by the company, guys. Stay focused, because you understand the red carpet has been rolled out for you. Again, you just have to have eyes to see and ears to hear. So, in reference to intelligentsia AI, it's allowing us to close a chasm between traditional business from a huge commercial level and AI, because most businesses don't know where to start. They don't have the technical skills and they don't have access to the right tools. But intelligentsia AI is the bridge to close that gap. Here's the cool thing about it: it increases their sales volume, automates operations, and converts conversations into revenue. It allows the product itself is smart, affordable, and scalable AI solutions for real businesses. Here's the exciting part: this is not being started from ground floor, from zero. It's already in place. This is a fully built, ready to deploy AI ecosystem with several large products from huge multi-billion-dollar companies, but all other companies can use it as well. Understand, let me be clear, we're not looking for you to turn into AI salesmen going to try to get commercial accounts. That's being done in-house. You're going to see how you're going to benefit on the back end, right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the AI is tying it all together. I want to make this super clear for you now, and we're going to get ready to wrap up. I want to show you this quick clip. Oh, well, I do need to show you this very quickly. So I meant to show you the founders, and I kind of did this out of order, but that's okay. But this is our CEO. You know, these are real people. This is his website, hakantoran.com, right? Now, our technological office and where Mr. Hakan operates, this is him sitting in his conference room, is in North Cyprus, right? You can find out all about our ecosystem on his website. You can find out all about him. There's articles in here with some of the other advisory board members I mentioned. But what I want to do very quickly, guys, I'm giving you, remember, my purpose is, well, I think my internet just messed up. I won't worry about that. My purpose is to give you enough information this evening to allow you to make a quality educated decision to assume an equity position tonight. See, my job isn't to give you full clarity on the entire ecosystem. No, you need enough information to assume an equity position, because what you're seeing is what we do. What's just as important, if not more important, is how we do what we do. So tomorrow on this same line at 12 noon, we're doing a global training, because you need to know how to do this business as well. Okay, you're seeing what it is, but now how do I do it? So now you can make a simple decision, just like Charles Brunson said. If somebody shows you an awesome opportunity and you don't think you can do it, just say yes, and then learn how to do it after you've assumed an equity position. That's from a multi-billionaire, and that's how people that have money and people that are going to get wealthy think, and that's how they move. Now, this website is our corporate covering, Metaterra, Metaterra.com. It's located in the heart of the financial district in New York City, 45 Rockefeller Plaza, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand and hear. Let me let you hear this quick message from our CEO, and then we're going to move forward with the details, all right? Remember, I'm tying everything together for you. Here we go.
Hi there. Today I'm happy to announce the establishment of Metaterra. We have finally consolidated all our projects, all our businesses under the Metaterra umbrella. We have signed a concrete agreement with Wall Street Capital Partners. Together, we are bringing this to the second level. Our vision has finally been executed. We are ready.
All right, absolutely phenomenal. Check this out. Also, on this website, our corporate website, you can see all about our executive team, right? Hakan Toran, see all about him. Of course, I'm not going to read all that for sake of time. Remember, I introduced you to Mr. Coach. There he is, head of EU. Mr. Bachi, head of legal. Mr. Yilmaz, head of finance. And here are our esteemed board members. Douglas Anderson, our chairman. John Baird, Stephen Norris. I forgot his last name on top of my head. Stephen Norris. Monica Profit. Monica Profit is so bad, she's written her own book. If you need to learn about the blockchain, go to Amazon and get Blockchain 101. She is a board member with us. And then we have Mr. Russ Gersett. Pardon me. So just wanted to show you that for some clarity. Now, let's get to the meat of the matter, ladies and gentlemen. I talked to you about this 10-day window, right? This 10-day window, again, is allowing you and I to capture the lowest positioning window. This is about to be announced to the world. Trust and believe me, some of you are going to sit there and wait till the trumpet is blown. Some of you are going to see tonight that you need to plug in. So every major shift creates new winners. History rewards those that recognize change first. Whoever sees it first. Remember railroads in the 1800s, electricity in the 1900s, the internet in the 1990s, mobile technology in the 2000s, social media in the 2010s, artificial intelligence in the 2020s. The people who recognize shifts early, position differently than the rest. They move. So imagine owning everything AI that you need from a personal perspective and a business perspective all in one. Welcome to the Alpha Pass, ladies and gentlemen. This allows you from personal productivity to your business growth. The Alpha Pass gives you the most complete AI ecosystem in the world for less than you currently pay for just one portion of it. See, right now, your AI tools are disconnected, they're expensive and complex. You need to get a bunch of these. Multiple subscriptions, high monthly costs, complex management, no shared content, and disconnected solutions. It can be anywhere from $30,000 to $35,000 a year just to use these tools in the proper perspective. But now the Alpha Pass allows you to have a personal AI workspace with 300 plus AI modules with a business suite that has, so you have a personal, I want you to understand, 300 plus personal modules, and then a business suite that has been designed for these commercial grade businesses that you can use for your current business, listen close, and to build your Alpha Pass, Metaterra, Bellator, Miracle Cash, and more business as well. Business Suite with 7 production apps that are and more that are already live. 1 license, 1 login, 1 ecosystem, 0 disconnect, and maximum volume. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what the Alpha Pass allows you to do. And there's more benefit to it as well. All right, so understand 1 license includes 300 plus Frontier AI models, 7 business apps, rental marketplace, new products added over time, Miracle infrastructure backbone that you have access to and is built for the future. Understand, legends aren't born, they're built. So with the Alpha Pass, it was designed as the gateway into this entire ecosystem. The Alpha Pass is going to slash your time in half and is going to increase your income by multiples if you have the heart condition to even share. So it's going to give you a gateway layer into the AI ecosystem. I kind of explain all that to you, but a leadership community where you're connected with leaders, token and reward systems. Just for getting the Alpha Pass one time and an expansion and opportunities, expansion phases, open doors that early participants walk through. You have access to every one of those new doors that open for acquiring the Alpha Pass one time. 1 license, unlimited access, unlimited potential. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the Alpha Pass. And let me share with you what it does for you. Did I show the video? Guys, somebody put in the chat, I'm doing so many of these presentations a day. Did I show the Alpha Pass and Bellator video. One of the leaders let me know real quick in the chat. Wow, I just had a serious brain fart. Y'all probably don't remember either, and I don't think I did. So before I go over the ridiculous amount that you can earn, let me okay, thank you, Lisa. I know they're saying Mr. Brown is grinding too hard. No, I'm not. I'm doing this for you because some of you are plugging in and don't have a clue how your life is going to be changed this month. But I do. So what am I trying to do? Okay. Let me stay focused. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You see, you don't have to be the sharpest pencil in the box to become financially free. You just have to be coachable and teachable to your legacy. At the end of that clip, did you notice the terminal or the square with the brain in the middle of it? That's a representation of our banking core, the switch that is in the center of everything. But let's get to the nitty gritty. Now, I want to let you know you're going to be up all night after I show you what I'm about to show you. Then tomorrow in training, I'm going to break down the new comp plan. I'm trying to say pass and comp plan. The new comp plan that's attached to this product. Absolutely life-changing. I'm going to give you enough tonight where you're going to be up all night. You're going to be waking up at 1 a.m. saying, did that little chubby guy say? Yes, right? So the Alpha Pass, understand that the retail price is $23.50. But remember that 10-day window that I told you was 6 days into? Your introductory price is $2,100. Now don't fret. I don't have a clue. But Bellator, Metaterra, and the overseers of our ecosystem have known to be gracious, but I don't know. This is why early adopters need to move fast. It's really that simple. So in this 10-day time frame that we have, the introductory price is $2,100. Well, why would I get an Alpha Pass? You just saw. Number one, it allows you access with one access pass to have take advantage of all those AI tools, right? But not just that. Now, just for you owning an Alpha Pass, remember it's also connected to the score token. This is where I really need you to pay attention. And this is why almost everybody that sees what you're about to see, they acquire Alpha Pass, if not several of them. This is why we're doing a blitz, so you can have everybody you know on our actual conversation that we're having tomorrow night at 8 p.m. as well. All right? So with that being said, I may even do one tomorrow afternoon as well. I may do a quick overview and then go into training. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try my best to do a super quick overview of the opportunity for anybody that you may have at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Then I'm going to go into a quick start training and break the comp plan down to you. But check this out. When you acquire an Alpha Pass, first of all, it pays you $90 a month for the first 12 months. This is very simple math. Then it's going to pay you $120 a month for the second 12 months. Then on the third year, it's going to pay you based on the company's success. What companies? Intelligentsia AI and Score. Are you kidding me? Do you think they acquired a Paul Randall? Do you think we have the advisory board we have and the level of executives? What do you think is going to happen to these companies? But here's the key. I really feel this is Derek Brown 101. It's going to soar. However, the least, regardless of what happens, the minimum you can earn is $90 a month. So it'll never go below $90. So pay attention. So the payments are made to you in the Score token. You're going to receive the Score token at 20 cents per token. So a $90 monthly payment to you equals 450 Score tokens. Well, when the launch of the Score token happens, about 90 days or so, we already know it's launching at $1.50. I need you got your business hat on, you do the math. I'm not going to do any hype, but I'm about to scream because I know the simple numbers. You're acquiring a token at 20 cents that we already know is going to launch in a few months at $1.50. Are you kidding me? So for those of you who think from a passive perspective, this is what I want you to understand. You acquire Alpha Pass. You have access to everything you've just seen in reference to the Score ID, the Intelligentsia AI. You have access to that, but then they have the audacity to be paying you monthly as well in score token. If you don't talk to a soul in 90 days because the token is launching at $1.50, which means $90 worth of score token at that point is $675. In 90 days, you're made whole. Now you're operating in the black because at the very least, what you're getting is 450 score tokens a month, bare minimum, with the potential for it to be a lot more based on the success of Score ID and Intelligentsia AI. Are you kidding me? So let's take a look at some of the benefits. You remember the introductory price is $2,100. The regular price is going to be $2,350. What acquiring an Alpha Pass also does is it cuts your qualification time in half. Now, this is for those of you that have a heart condition to share good information with other people. The insane thing is you don't even have to do it. All you have to do is get them on the 12 noon tomorrow. They'll not only see a quick overview, but they'll get a quick start training as well. So when you acquire an Alpha Pass and then you share it with two people, those first two quote unquote sales that we actually shared the information on your behalf, you're going to earn $200 on each of those sales. Congratulations, you made $400, right? So now you go from a trainee to a trainer. It's just the title. You're no longer a trainee because you made your first two sales. You got $200 a piece for each of them, total of $400. Now in your third sale and moving forward forever, you're going to receive $1,000 on all future sales. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why people are, this thing just launched 6 days ago, by the way. We just saw it 6 days ago, and people are already making employment decisions about what they're going to do. You mean to tell me I can use Intelligentsia AI to help me build it? Are you kidding me? I'm out of here. We're like, hey, slow down. Hold on. Just wait till your income catches and surpasses your current income. They're like, shoot, I did that my first few days. So now every sale thereafter, your third one and moving forward for life is $1,000. And then remember, you introduced two people. Well, they're trainees. When they make their first two sales, they're going to receive $200. Are you with me? But the training bonus is $800. Wait a minute, you don't even know these people? And you're going to receive an $800 trainer bonus because you hold the title? Yes. Now, understand this can be done without an Alpha Pass. The way you're going to do that is very simple. Remember, the Alpha Pass cuts everything in half for you. It's like the no-brainer of the century. But this is a global ecosystem. There are places in the world where $2,100 is like 6 months' salary. So all they have to do to check out this global inclusion. Global inclusion. Anybody that doesn't have the 2,100 has to do is your first 4 sales. You have to do 4 sales instead of 2. Remember, the Alpha Pass cuts it in half and gives you all those other benefits as well. But your first 4 sales will now be $200 to you. You have to make 4. And then the 5th one is $1,000 moving forward forever. But you still get the $800 training bonus. Are you kidding me? So understand the bottom line is holding the Alpha Pass slashes your initial qualification in half, accelerating your path to $1,000 direct commission twice as fast. Now, this is an infinitive pay plan. This is what messed me up as a so-called professional marketer in this space. I said they have the audacity to have that level of commission for that low of a margin, $2,100, and on your third sale, you're making $1,000 a sale forever. Well, here's the insane thing. They call it the Miracle Magic Infinity Plan. Guess what MAGIC stands for? Making a grand in commission. So this is an infinitive pay plan that has clear qualifications. It's transparent, mathematically achievable rank advancements with no hidden hurdles. Do you know what that means to an individual like me that's been in the space for over 35 years? We're not getting pencil whipped. And I've already thoroughly investigated and dug into it, and all the professionals have as well. All the 3-letter organizations thumbs up, all the highest level attorneys, and it passes this entire ecosystem and infrastructure that you're witnessing that's just been launched, passes something called the Howey test. HOWIE. If you don't know what it is, put it in chat GPT, because all these other platforms that we've been doing with these bots, They don't pass the Howey test. I told you this is being built to last. So understand what you're witnessing is financial engineering at its finest. And then they have the audacity to allow us to get infinite depth. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to share with you very quickly. This is the man that actually designed this. And these 800s are here for a reason, because in addition to getting $1,000 direct commission, what about getting $800 overrides to infinity that are just popping? Listen to this, very simple. You buy your Alpha Pass, step one. Your first two sales, $200 each, and that's called the two up. I'll explain all that tomorrow in training, right? That makes you trained at that point. After that, all your direct sales are $1,000. Now, in order to continue to get that level of commission, the only thing you have to do is stay active on another product that we have. And I'm getting ready to show you that. So active is separate. You staying active is a separate product. So keep your $29 monthly paid subscription to receive your commissions. That's the only requirement. Are you $29 a month? Let me show you what that product is. It's in a different color because it's this powerful. First off, it's only $29. And when you refer four, you pay no more. Do you think you'll kind of quickly get to four people that join you to get an Alpha Pass that are also going to get this? Now you're not paying for it anymore. It's called the Freedom Success Club. It's going to allow you to get education and events, elite business training directly from top global earners. So you're going to get even more training I'm going to provide for you tomorrow, right? Then you have the AI product suite where you get unrestricted access to cutting edge intelligentsia AI business building tools. And then an ultimate webinar system. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on Zoom right now. Every once in a blue moon, we get hacked on Zoom because we're getting out there. There are testimonies out there. There are people making insane income right now. And so the haters are going to do what? Hate. Well, through this ultimate webinar system, what about having an internal system where we can build our business, share it with the world? But guess what? When you sent the person your link to get on the webinar, that same link also is tied to you. It's an automated sponsor assignment. So you don't have to do all that calling after the webinar. While they're listening to me or whoever else is doing the presentation, they can literally join your group directly right there. Absolutely mind-blowing. So they could have just charged $29 a month and not had an additional product. But for this product, are you kidding me? That's a joke. So the details of the comp plan I'm going to cover tomorrow. I just want you to understand that you have an opportunity to literally change your world by acquiring an Alpha Pass. At the end of the day, remember, you get your Alpha Pass, your first two sales are 200. There's what's called a two up from that point. Your third sales are 1,000 and beyond. And if there are any sales that happen in between you and a trainer, another trainer, it could be 1,000 levels down, you're getting 800 commissions. That's why that page had those 800s popping all over. So leadership today equals legacy tomorrow. I want you to understand that every decision you make today shapes your future and your team will walk into. Some of you have never done this in your life. You're going to be some of the biggest money earners in this industry because you're not only in business for yourself, but we're going to guarantee you'll never be by yourself. So set your target, build with a purpose, lead with a vision, build the plan, develop leaders, create impact, and leave a legacy. So you're the one over every individual in your family that's born hereafter that's over their fireplace because they're saying you made a decision in 2026 that allowed them to live the lifestyle they're living that day. So again, 4 companies, 1 ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, your next chapter starts today. Get started. Get back with the person that invited you, get their link and secure your Alpha Pass to unlock the entire ecosystem. That's the first thing you need to do. We're going to show you everything else, right? You've already seen the vision. You understand the opportunity. I understand you don't have it 100%, but it's time to take action. Build your team. We're going to help you do that along with the technology. Leverage and lead. Use the tools. Create impact and lead with a purpose and create your own legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in, as I said, the midst of a 10-day blitz that you need to join us. We're going to be on this link every single day, 12 noon and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 24K in 30 days? Nope, that's not it. How about 100K in 10 days? Team No Sleep, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're calling ourselves. Now, you don't have to lose any sleep. All you need to do is make sure you plug people in front of this blitz, right? For the next 4 days. We're helping the unbanked population become banked, helping them get into the credit system that holds an estimated value of $3.7 trillion. And you can get in the way of that flow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, at this point, we have 3 types of people that are within the sound of my voice. The number 3 person says, this sounds good, but it's not for me. If you're a number 3 person, I want to thank you for taking time to even hear this information, right? But more importantly, I want you to contact the person that invited you and thank them for including you. And at the very least, let them know who you may know that's interested, that may be interested, so we can get them on our 12 noon tomorrow afternoon. Do that at the very least, because I'm going to say this for the person that invited you respectfully. Right now, we're not looking for everybody. We're in a blitz. Team No Sleep, 100K in 10 days. We're about to create some stories in 4 more days that are going to reverberate across this industry. And here's the trip part. You can be a part of it within the next 3 days. If you understand in business, timing is everything. Number 2 person has questions. Listen, I just showed you how it doesn't cost a thing. It doesn't cost you a thing to plug into this ecosystem. Call the person that invited you, get their link. Now you have all the information we do. And you go in your own back office and acquire your Alpha Pass or your CPU node. Remember the nodes I showed you? It's up to you what you want to acquire. Right now, I would acquire an Alpha Pass. Make the income to turn around and get as many nodes as you need. Number 1 person said, Mr. Brown, you could have shut up 30 minutes ago when you said that I could literally position myself to get into the billions of dollars and the billions of people that are about to be banked because of this ecosystem. I already know what's about to happen. I was just waiting for you to shut up so I could get started. Well, to that number 1 person, I want to be the first to literally congratulate you and taking the first steps in securing your family's financial future. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure. We are in the midst of a blitz. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you on our call when tomorrow, 12 noon. I'm going to go ahead and give you a heads up now. Start getting your people ready for tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this exact same link. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close out